So here's the nugget. This works especially well for info marketers, but really any business that creates content that they gate or use to acquire leads. You're creating this content and you're using it as a lead magnet or a follow up or whatever you end up using it for. And then as that content ages out or atrophies, you move on to other content, but you end up with this massive repository of really valuable stuff. And usually the atrophy comes just because your audience has gotten used to it. So you should do what I call, drum roll, the bundle. And the bundle is you take every piece of content that you've ever created that you're no longer using as a specific gate, and you put it all into one great big, wait for it, bundle. And you let
Bundle.
people download the whole kit and caboodle. So if you go to solate.com/free-stuff, we'll leave links in the show notes. You can see we've got an unbelievable number of lead magnets because we create a new one every month or every couple of months. But when a lead magnet has run its course, or if there's just content that we're no longer wanting to charge for or to gate, then we just throw it into the bundle, and you can download everything in the bundle for free. And it ends up being this. It's so compelling you can't turn it down. So if you can't hit somebody with one specific lead magnet that gets them, if you're like, hey, how about everything that I've ever made in the last 20 years? Now it's kind of like, all right, I can't say no to that. And they're going to find something of value, and you're going to bring all this legacy content that you spent so much time, effort, and energy creating, and you're actually going to yield from it. There's some equity built up there.
I think it's a smart thing to do. You're doing it as for lead magnets.
You can do it for anything. You do it for courses, books. Yeah. I mean, podcasts, Ralph, we could have a bundle. It's like, hey, download every perpetual traffic podcast. Just on the go. We've stripped all the commercials, all the fluff, all the whatever. Here's just the meat of the old podcasts. And I think people would love stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And we charge thousands of dollars for it.
We should.
Right?
Yeah.
So, if not millions.
I get my usual 90%.
Well, of course. Well, I have to pay your salary, which is still exorbitant. Maybe we can renegotiate that contract in 2024. I've seen this trend going on for a long time, this bundling idea. And for years and years, we worked with Frank Kern, and Frank Kern did this. He basically put all of his best stuff, because he just creates all these great courses, and a lot of which are, maybe not quite as evergreen as they maybe should be, but he, in essence, put it into an entire repository and then charged something ridiculous, like $99, $90 a month, or whatever it happens to be. It was the first time I had ever seen it, and I was like, "You're kind of crazy." And he is sort of a crazy guy. Well, let's.
He's nuts.
Yeah, he's certifiably nuts, but he's brilliant at the same time. And then I saw this trend happening where a lot of people were now doing this. And the key is how do you sell continuity? Continuity is hard to sell. If you don't know what continuity is, it's you pay a monthly fee. It's like digital marketers like DM Lab. You pay a monthly fee and you get content that's in there in a repository. And usually there's some kind of live event, or there's some kind of, weekly Facebook Live or YouTube Live, or some kind of presentation that goes along with it to keep it really fresh. But that was a trend that I saw happening. And for years and years, we also did all the advertising for Mindvalley. We helped them create and build their in-house team, which they now run all of their stuff. They had sort of a challenging part to their business when the pandemic hit, and they did the same thing. They used to sell like all these courses for like three figures, $399, $599, $699, and now it's in a continuity program and it's in the app, which is great. So you can watch or view, do all your meditations, do your learnings, whatever it happens to be in app. And I think it's like $90 a month.
I'm on their website right now.
Get the whole damn thing.
Right.
So it's a trend. I think this bundling idea, whether it's upfront, whether it's what you're talking about, lead magnet, but also maybe even consider it as a business model. And I think those are two pretty good examples. And how they actually bring you in is through probably like individual lead magnets, right? Individual calls to action for a product, and then to say, hey, you can buy this, or you can get everything for one flat rate, on an annual basis, or maybe on a continuity basis. So super good tip there.
Free is the best clickbait word on the internet. If you use free in your subject lines, you get a higher open rate. If you use free in your social postings, you get a higher view rate. The problem is then you have to actually give stuff away for free, or people get really pissy really quickly. So that's what I'm going to do. It occurs to me that a lot of people don't know that we have this. If you go to Solate